For the past 10 years, I've been working in corporate IT, generally as a relationship manager. I've had a few different roles within IT, but generally the main points of my role was really relationships and working with clients. Previous to that, I did have some experience in the fashion world, but from a wholesaling perspective, so I was never really at the forefront within the fashion world. I think every morning getting out of bed and just resistance. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wouldn't jump out of bed. I wasn't excited to start the day. I would want to sleep in and snooze on my alarm, and I wasn't myself. And people around me started to notice, and the amount of stress that I had on me within the business that I was working in was phenomenal. So it started to affect my health. And I just wasn't a very happy person. I was a very miserable person. I was very negative, and a lot of relationships around me started to sort of, I suppose, they were being affected by the fact that I just wasn't being true to myself. So I woke up one morning and went to my desk and I started Googling different business ideas. And I was looking at all different things, and I came across the Australian Style Institute website and had a look at what they had to offer and gave one of the beautiful girls at ASI a call, and here I am. The 5 days, wow, came and went. Lauren calls it the black hole of time, and you sit there on day one and you think, oh, really? And it really is. You sit there on day 5 and think, wow, I've just styled my first client. It's pretty amazing. The 3 days is, without a doubt, the most valuable 3 days that I've spent. It really did give me the kick that I needed to push my business forward. If I had have walked away from the 5 days, I probably would have walked away and probably not convicted myself to being in my own business as much as I did after the 3 days. The 3 days really gives you the tools that you need to put your business in the forefront within the styling world, however that looks to you. I walked away from the 5 days really not sure of which part of styling I wanted to do, whether it was personal, editorial, and after the 3 days I definitely know that there are some areas of styling that I do want to focus on. So 3 days for me was so valuable. The community that ASI offers, the beautiful people that are around you are phenomenal, and I've never been a part of a community like that before. Made some amazing friendships, and some of those will be lifelong as well. But everyone is willing to help you, share their knowledge. If they've had success, they're willing to share with you how they've done that, and the support is amazing.
Cool.
The 5 days for me was almost a massive personal development experience. I walked away from that with a clearer outlook and really focused on pushing myself forward into styling. There was a lot of the content that Lauren covers off it resonates with you individually, and then the fact for me was how I could help other people and be able to transform other people's lives. And I looked at things differently. I shop differently now. I approach people differently. I'm building relationships with people in stores, and that's something that I never had the confidence to do before, even though I love to shop. It was never something walking into a shop and saying I'm a stylist. I never thought I'd be able to utter those words, and after 5 days I really could. I had the conviction and the confidence to be able to do that. So. Wow, since I finished the 5 days and the 3 days, I've actually styled my first male and female client. The male was very surprising for me because I didn't think male styling was something that I was very interested in, but I definitely am, and helping him to transform his look has been just an amazing experience for me. So styling both a male and female client. I've also had a special event shopping expedition with a client, which has been fantastic, and I've also been a speaker at a workshop most recently. Wow, it was actually a referral through the Australian Style Institute, and it was speaking to a group of aspiring models that have paid to do a course through a modelling agency to obviously become models. I was the subject matter expert on style and image, and I went in and presented to the group of young women around style and image, and was very nervous walking into the room thinking, what have I got to offer these people? And I walked out on the most amazing high. They were captivated, they were interested, they all walked out sort of wanting to look at their own wardrobes and how they perceived their own style and image, and I think that was something that resonated with me when I did the 5 days was, how do you want to be perceived and how do you want to present yourself? So being able to teach that to a young group of girls. And I think one of the things, we live in such a society where image is always looked at, whether it be through magazines, and people are obviously being criticised all the time, and to be able to help young women to be able to see their image in a different way and be a little bit more positive about their image, whether it be body shape or how they perceive themselves, was pretty amazing. It's kind of hard to pick one. It's like saying which one's your favourite child. A lot of the experiences that I've had to date have all been invaluable in their own way. I really think for me, being a part of the ASI community has been the most valuable. It helps to keep me accountable, it helps to keep me on track. Sharing knowledge and experience with other women and men in the community is sensational. Having the exposure to Lauren has been invaluable as well. Her experience, her passion, her dedication, her knowledge is phenomenal. So I'd have to say that being a part of the community is probably the biggest highlight that I've had. I've always had a dream of having my own business. I didn't know what that looked like. And for me, it was really, I could find myself, waking up in the morning going, what do I want to be when I grow up? I'd invested a lot of time, obviously, working in corporate, and it just, again, it ate away at me and it wasn't true to who I am. Since starting with ASI, I do have my own business and building on that. And I think that will be something that will constantly change, and the way that my business is structured will change. Again, as I grow in being a stylist and grow within this industry, I'm sure there will be different elements that I will take on. I want to try and test the waters within every facet, so editorial and personal. And one thing that I didn't really think that I would love was workshops. And after doing the presentation to those models, I really loved it. And just seeing their faces and seeing how they change from the moment you walk in the door to when you leave after that hour was amazing. And just to spend an hour with people and to be able to really change the way that they either perceive themselves or the way that they perceive the world was really cool. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think, again, my dream was to have my own business, and now that's a reality. So, I'm just really excited about what the future holds.